There are a few applications to this next movement. In the form from here, we're going to fold across with the left hand, tiger claw with the right. If Vikas grabs me with his right arm onto my left, this is what he's going to use to anchor himself to me so he can hit me with this one. At the very beginner stage, you don't want to worry about that. You just want to worry about making these techniques work. All I'm going to do from this one is roll it over this way. Now that just loosens the grip. It might not break it off completely, but that movement here is going to work against his strength. Because his elbow is fully extended, the shoulder is the motor that's driving this movement for him. So his strength is all here. Now, if I have my hand relatively close to my body, if he resists me, that's still pretty easy, okay? If I extend my arm as well, that makes it harder because I'm now using my shoulder versus his. So the movement of your forearm when you supinate and pronate your hand, the power comes from a much shorter range. So all the power is just on the turning of the elbow. This movement is very easy for me. So I just bring it over. Now from this position, I can even pick up this punch if I time it right. So as he throws that punch, obviously this is more of a very basic technique, but as I bring the hand over, I take out both hands. Now, it's at this point that I can strike straight into the face. As the hand comes over, you cross your center line, hopefully taking two hands out at the same time, and then you claw straight over the top. The last one is going to be this step across and strike. So as we step across, we're going to do the crane opens wings movement and strike in with the ridge of the hand. If Vikas grabs hold of my wrist at some point and he's going to hit me, then what I want to do is I want to move away. But I don't want to bring this bridge with me because all that's going to do is drag him towards. If I move it, then as I step, I can strike out and I can strike into the gallbladder and liver points that are just round the side of his ribs. Obviously, it's not the greatest defense to an arm attack. What it does is it puts some meaning into as you step across and you strike. If you were to do this at a more reactive pace, if he was to grab my wrist and then throw that punch, first thing I've got to do is cover. But now instead of trying to move him, I'm just going to lift the arm up and then I can strike straight into here. That's a relatively easy shot and it's a very heavy shot from me. If I can slam into liver 13 or gallbladder 24, which are right next to each other just here, that movement is going to be enough to percuss straight into his internal organs. So I can strike into that, but I can do that after I guard myself. So I can always kind of cover myself and protect myself before I strike in. So as soon as he grabs hold, he's going to be punching you, you're going to be covering like this, he's going to be yanking your arm. Now, neither of you have the upper hand unless you are physically stronger, but if I take it outwards, you see how it exposes the ribs. So if I do this, it makes life very easy for me. So by the time he's realized that his arm's gone out, then I can just smack straight into here. So that's where you're striking. It's just in the form we have a very traditional step and strike.